It was a very busy day on the island of Sodor. All the Fat Controller's engines were doing something. Murdoch and James were hauling freight. Percy was being coaled up ready for his passenger train. And Thomas was on his way to the new bridge dock to collect a special from Cranky. A crane who, as the name implies, is always cranky. Thomas soon arrived at the bridge. Cranky was there waiting for him. He had a large crate full of something very special for the Fat Controller. Thomas thought this was the most exciting special he had ever collected, but Cranky thought it was a load of old nonsense.
There you are, little Thomas,
said Cranky. Well, thanks, but I'm not that little.
Well, you are to me. You're a little blue bug. I don't know why the Fat Controller would send such a small engine to somebody as big as me to collect a load that isn't that important.
I'm a really useful engine. That's why he sent me, and this is a very special load.
Not to me it isn't.
Thomas was cross, but Cranky just laughed. I'm not a blue bug. I'm a really useful engine, and the Fat Controller thinks so too, said Thomas.
Take no notice of him, Thomas. Cranky will always be cranky.
Later, Thomas arrived back at the yard and told the other engines what Cranky had said. Cranky called me a little blue bug, Thomas said sadly.
I'm not surprised, really,
James said.
Cranky, being as tall as he is, has to cope with all kinds of conditions, like high tides, stormy weather, and baking hot sunlight. So it's no wonder he calls you a little blue bug, Thomas.
Oh, shut up, James. I'm not a blue bug. I'm a really useful engine, and I will prove it.
Take no notice of him, Thomas. Cranky is always going to be annoying. He calls me a green bean whenever I go to the bridge.
Well, I hope he gets what he's coming to him sooner or later.
Look lively, you three, said Henry. There's bad weather on the way tonight, so I thought I'd just let you know.
Thanks, Henry. See you later, guys. I'm off to get my next train.
Okay, bye, Thomas. Bye, Thomas.
Goodbye. Thomas thought it would be best to also warn Cranky, even though he knew he was in for worse name calling. Hey, Cranky! There's bad wind coming tonight, so you better be careful while working.
I'm used to it. I don't need little blue mites telling me to be careful.
You are very mean. I hope the wind blows you over, and that will teach you to stop being nasty.
Like that will happen. I can withstand anything. So be off, you little blue parasite.
Thomas was cross and fumed away to his shed. But the next morning, Thomas woke up to find that everything was normal. Though he had expected some damage to be done, he was in for a surprise at the bridge. Hope Cranky's in a better mood today. That storm last night might have given him a scare, Thomas chuckled to himself. When he arrived, he found Cranky toppled over on his side, looking sad and unhappy for himself. Are you alright, Cranky? Asked Thomas.
What do you think? I'm sorry. Please help me, Thomas. I'm sorry for calling you names. I promise I won't be mean to you or your friends anymore.
Thomas hurried away to get the breakdown train. He found the crane in the sidings and hooked up. Percy was there.
Hi, Thomas. What's up?
He said. Cranky's fallen over and I'm to help with the rescue operation. Percy was excited.
Can I help, please?
Sure, said Thomas. Let's go. Thomas and Percy soon arrived on the scene. The Fat Controller, along with some policemen and some workmen, were trying to figure out the best way to lift Cranky back upright. One of them suggested hooking the crane's hook onto Cranky. The idea was successful. Then the policeman spoke to the Fat Controller. The crane's now hooked up, sir. Cranky is ready for lifting. You may give the word when ready.
Thank you,
Said the Fat Controller.
Are you ready, Thomas?
Yes, sir.
Are you ready, Percy?
Yes, sir.
Right then. On the count of 3, begin lifting sequence. 1, 2, 3. Start the lift.
The operation was soon complete, and at last Cranky was finally upright, thanks to Thomas and Percy. Cranky was very happy. He no longer teases the engines, and instead he is grateful to them for helping him, because he knows that little engines can indeed do big things just like the bigger engine. Thomas and Percy are a lot happier now too. Thomas and Cranky are now good friends. Each time Thomas visits, Cranky happily loads Thomas's trucks with the special goods. And both Thomas and Percy now work happily together. The Fat Controller came to see them at the sheds.
That was a very brave effort, both of you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
As a reward, you can both have the rest of the week off. I'm very proud of you.
He said, and the Fat Controller drove away. Thomas and Percy were pleased, and for the rest of the week they both watched the bigger engines pull their trains. Thomas and Percy also told Bear everything that had gone on while he was away, and they had to all laugh.